Let's see. We'll see who
Perfect.
gets. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. The one that gets it, share it with the other. Mhm.
Yes.
So
Yes.
now let me just share. I just have one screen, so I have
Yeah.
to switch from one to another. So let's say this is a vortex. Since not everyone will be familiar, I can just come and show you a little bit how it works. So
Yeah.
you can get a user. The original idea was really to create a narrative that is conducive to life. And I did
Mhm.
it as a biomimicry professional. So let's say that if I would be in the program, that would be my project on its own, except that it's a real project, right? Like I invested,
Yes.
I put coders to do it, I work with all life principles, I consult like many of the biologists and BPros that I had in that moment to see where they're finding their information. And this is what we call the explore part, the public creations from our global community. So
Mm-hmm.
I will say that is a creative source, right? Or the water pond, if you want. So
Mm-hmm.
here you can see everything that has been published that is public. So
Mm-hmm.
if it's public, then you don't need to spend anything. It's free as well, right? And the only thing that changes is when you want to make it private. So that's just to get rid of this idea of a business as a freemium in a way, but the only
Mm-hmm.
way to make it payable is when you want to make it private, but not features, but really private. Yeah. So
Yes.
that because I believe that when you want to make it private, it's also you are in a consulting, for example, and then you if you don't want to share, then it's okay to get paid,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But the
Absolutely.
main idea is exactly what you are saying, like how to share this knowledge that you cannot find anywhere else,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? And specifically, once that you have your user, which is for free, it's just an email, and I don't recollect any personal information, so you can do it with any mail. So you come here, you have the access to discover, for example. So what I've been doing, and
Oh.
this is just to explain you how it works because it's interesting. I have
Mm-hmm.
a feature collections, right? And these collections it works like folders, but except that every vortex that you have could be in many different folders, which is not the case now in let's say in our operating systems. So I wanted to do it modular and nested, and this is the principle. So I have one collection that I'm publishing. For the moment, it's just me publishing, but I can publish it and then we can put it here, for example, as a starting point. So we can build from there. And here you have all the maps that I've done that are related to biomimicry. So for example, the teaming part. I was also analyzing the biomimicry ecosystem around Asteria, for example, the biomimicry vortex for
Mm-hmm.
me with all the things from LinkedIn, for example, and
Mm-hmm.
then we have also the seed, and we have the ecotone vortex. So you can see that there are many here around. So you can come and, for example, this is one of the original ideas why I did it because I wanted to do the Genius of Place. And
Mm-hmm.
I thought that we're all doing Genius of Places, but this information was completely lost. So how
Wow.
to create this infographic of
Mm-hmm.
well, this is a seed, and then in the seed you have a bubble, for example, and with this bubble you can add a link, you can put a timestamp, you can put a color, and then once that you put the colors, you can change the color.
Mm-hmm.
And you can upload an image, and this is the part that is kind of different because it's embed a YouTube video. So it works with the link of a YouTube. It is not that I'm kind of gathering all the information, but
Yes.
it's more that I'm connecting. So I will
Yes.
say that I'm using existing structures already, right? Like I don't need to
Yes.
repeat.
Leverage. Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you can put an abstract about what is it and a tag. So for
Mm-hmm.
example, if we have a tag, I would say every video or every bubble should have a VDL, and then you click on enter and you put save. So
Yeah.
if I come here and I say like keywords VDL, then I have
Okay.
signal, this one, right?
Yes.
But if I put wind, then I can also see the other one. So that is
Yes.
within the maps. But also, I have, let's go to the other collection that I wanted to show you. This is about people. So this could also work for your students, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
Janine is there, Dana is there, but also John Warner.
Yeah.
So all these guys that I met when I was in the program, I say it's impossible to meet them, to know about them if you are not involved. So how to do
Yeah.
something that is actually to share, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, So let's say we're looking for Janine, just to put it here. So Janine will come, and this is one map or where Janine is mentioned, right? So how is working with her. So you put
Mm-hmm.
Janine, and maybe Janine is mentioned with Beth or with Paul.
Yep.
We go with Paul maybe, and let's see if Janine is around there. So Janine will be
Yeah.
here,
Yes,
right?
I see.
So this is the way that the search engine works.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Great.
I would say that this is the way that it would work for you. So then there are also collaborative ones. So the idea on collaborative, it is exactly what you are saying. For example, you have a user already? No, right?
I should. I should. I don't know.
Can
It's
you
been a
can
long
you
time.
open it? Let's just give it a try. And it takes 1 second or two, well, 1 minute, but
Yes.
we
Let's
can
do.
we can do something here. So
Okay.
we can practice so you have already like
Yeah.
the real idea. So
Yes.
let's say I'm gonna open the coconut pantry and then I'm gonna make it collaborative. So when I put it here, I'm gonna disable now for collaborative and I'm gonna do it again. So by clicking here, it says the ecosystem is now collaborative, right? So you can share a link with your collaborators. So I will share the link in the chat. I can copy it from here or I can copy it from here. And then
Okay.
when I come here to the chat, I can give it to you. And if you have your user, it will go automatically there. So
Okay.
for example, if let's say, if I go to collaborate, then
Mm-hmm.
if I go to this one that is not mine, to activate the collaboration, I click here, right? And then it says that if I collaborate, my email will be visible. So my user. That's
Yes.
it. So
Okay.
everyone can actually add uh, lines, connections, or bubbles. But let's say that
Okay.
there is just one owner. So this is what I will show you. So for example, this doesn't belong to me, right? So I come here, and if I want to change, I cannot. As you can see here, it is
I s-
it has been done by someone else, and everything is blocked.
I
So it is
see.
just important who's the owner. So the owner will be the one like managing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I can add, and that would be the way that you can work with the VDLs, right? Because any
Mm-hmm.
student, if you have one bubble in the center, every
Yeah.
student will be able to be in there. So they just need to come to make their user and to put something. So I would say my VDL is about 7 vortex,
Mm-hmm.
and I can add all the things that I told you here. So
Yeah.
you can see it there, and I can also modify the exchange because it is me the one that did it. So for example, I want to say that it's positive positive because it's a specific collaboration,
Oh,
like
I see.
a symbiotic relationship. This is what makes a the biomimicry different. The biological deep pattern is just very simple, but as you know, nature is simple, right? Like
Yes. Simple rules.
complexity
Yes.
works from simplicity. Yeah. So
Yes.
what I realize is that I'm gonna use this one because, as you can see, I cannot change the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but for example, this one has been done by someone else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So everyone could participate around here. I think she's a professor from UCLA, from now that
Okay.
I see it. Okay. So
Okay.
if I come here, then let's say the biological deep pattern is, I don't know, maybe the dung beetle is actually in a predatory relationship with me. So, or in a mensalism.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
this is the deep pattern, the biological relationships. And
Interesting.
it's very important at some point because if you want to do a stakeholder mapping, if you want to have a like a ecosystemic perfect perspective for an enterprise, for a business, then you
Mm-hmm.
also want to see if it's affecting water, if it's so you can use it also for exploration of the project, right? Like how
Great.
your project could be seen from this perspective. Okay, so you
Mm-hmm.
will have the relationship are here, collaboration, commensalism, neutralism, amensalism, predation, competition. So for example, in
Wow.
my case, I learned that the business was about competition.
Okay.
Uh, and that is tough, right? Because let me just erase this one so to not to bother anyone. So I did it. So if I come here, for example, I can create a map like this and then drag and drop a line outside. We create
Mm-hmm.
another bubble.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say this is humanity
Mm-hmm.
and this is the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, I can zoom in, zoom out. Right now, our relationship with the planet is extractive and it's predatory,
Yeah.
right? And I wanted to create a narrative that is conducive to life, as I said. So what I did here is just to create this biological relationship visualization, and now we are in collaboration. So this is what we are all trying to do by creating conditions conducive to life. And as you
Yes.
can see, it took us two bubbles to explain it
Mm-hmm.
because it
Mm-hmm.
makes sense, right? It's like nature.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so
Yes.
just by doing this, you can keep creating bubbles and connect one with another, and then from here you can also do the visual part that is about the storytelling. So with this diamond, you can place it here and then place it the other one in the other extreme,
Uh,
and then start to talk about like what the story behind, right? Or how do
mm-hmm.
you want to see it? So you can place it as you want. It's very human oriented. It is not a template. It is really more for you to say, to tell the story. So if you want to
Great.
put it like this, will be okay. And so now it is storytelling. So we can also choose, like for example, just humanity and the Earth with the stars, and then we put in the preview mode, and then I can just mention the two stars. So it's like a kaleidoscope. So you have entry points for the system thinking because sometimes system thinking is very complicated for others,
It is. Yes. Yeah. Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
So if I click here, then I will see that it opens, and then I click here and it opens, and then I see, oh, so this is the
Mm-hmm.
connection. So this is the
Mm-hmm.
story, the unfolding of the story, right?
Yes.
So until here, there is something, everything fine.
Yes. Yeah.
So were you able to get into the other map?
I'm waiting for the email to get my password reset. So I'm just waiting for that email to come.
If you did it with the Gmail directly,
It is my ASU email, which is through Gmail, but
because sometimes, like if it's not direct, it might not,
oh,
like,
it will not come through. Let me see if I can
yeah.
just sign up. Let's see if I have already signed up or not. So let's see.
If you go straight away to the link, maybe it will just open there. Yeah.
Okay, here it's okay. Now it worked.
Yeah, perfect. So can you
Yes.
share the screen? And then I will show you how to collaborate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Share screen. All right.
Right, perfect. So
Okay.
you can go to the one that says Coconut Palm Tree. Yeah,
Which
those are the collaborative ones. Yeah, the
oh,
first one.
coconut palm
Yeah,
tree. Yes.
yeah, yeah. So you can collaborate by clicking on the pencil on the left in the mode. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll start.
Click OK. Yeah, and
Mhm.
now you can create links like lines or bubbles. So that's mine. So don't worry about creating a bubble. Just drag and drop a line from inside a bubble. Just drag and drop a line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now you have created one. Yeah. Open. Yeah. That's yours, right?
Okay.
So as simple as that.
So this one would be all the VDLs, or it would be mine.
We this is just to explain you how to collaborate.
Yes.
So
Okay.
just put save. And yeah, exactly. And then just put save. Okay, so now
Yes.
we're going to create one that is just for you, right? Now you
Yes.
have seen how to collaborate, so you can ask others to do it.
Yes.
So if you go to create on the top toolbar, yeah, in the middle, you have
Oh,
create,
yeah. Create. Uh-huh.
right? So that is, let's say, the playground. So this is just a
Mhm.
place it will be private. So you cannot change the title. So do create a game, please. For once, you have to do this. So now it's okay. So now you
Okay.
have your ecosystem, right? So this will be the center bubble. So here you would put BDL, for example.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
you can make it collaborative if you want, or you can keep it private for you if you want to manage it. And you can activate it and deactivate it whenever you want. So, for example, if you have a period of 2 days to put your map, you can activate collaborative and then disactivate, right? So if you send me the link, I will be able to collaborate there.
Yeah, so in order to, okay, so I just grab this link.
Yeah, yeah, in the chat.
Okay.
So let's say that you are going to ask the students to put the VDL. Right now, you can see you can put as many as you want, right?
Yeah. I do
So,
wonder if it's necessary to sort by semester,
uh-huh.
or is
Okay.
that something that they can as a tag? Like if they put it as a tag, does it
Either
sort?
ways, and either ways, it could be both, like semester, or could be also another bubble that actually relates the content. So after this, I will show you other way to do it. But you haven't activated as collaborative, right? So could you please activate it as collaborative?
How do I do that?
Wait, I had to find your screen. Yeah,
Collaborative more.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly there. So now it's
Okay.
collaborative
Yes.
because you sent me the link, but it wasn't collaborative. So I'm gonna click it again. Now it's collaborative, and it has, let's say, a 5 second delay, more or less, but I'm doing it. So I will put there 7 vortex. Right, you're already doing it. It's nice.
Okay. So I think that, and
Yeah.
then,
So
so now
now I put it, and you will see it, or I don't know if you've seen it already.
I
Let
see
me
it.
go
Yeah,
back
I
to
see
your
it.
screen. Yeah. So click on the 7V, please.
Mm-hmm.
So now you see that it is my email there, and if
Yeah,
you
I
don't
see.
want it, you can just delete it because it belongs to you, right?
I
You
see.
have full control of it.
I
So there is
see.
no problem, and I cannot do anything else. So please delete it because it doesn't belong to me.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
kicking
Yeah,
down.
exactly. So that is how it works. So for example, you can make it work by semesters, and then put the semesters on one side, and put the it's really about the curation now. How do you want the map to be seen, right? And disactivate the collaborative mode if you don't want. It's below, just below the planet. Yeah, there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see. Yeah.
Perfect.
No, I
So
think it's okay to leave it
this
collaborative.
okay. So if you want, for example, yeah, with the diamond, you can put you can just drag and stay there, and you can unpin it whenever you want. Because
Yeah,
sometimes when you start building it, actually it looks different, right? So let's
yeah,
say you want to make a circle, or yeah,
yeah,
it really depends, like form fits function.
yeah. It's great. It's really good.
Yeah.
Um,
So if
and
you go to I will show you now the title card, which is where it says on title ecosystem.
okay.
So open this one, please. Yeah. So there you can change the title. Yeah. You can put a location if you want. Uh,
Mm, ASU.
yeah. That's, for example, when I do stakeholder mapping, I work for clients. So
Mm-hmm.
this is my deliverable to the clients. And my intention was to every sustainability professional expert from sustainability to biomimicry to have
Yeah,
something new to deliver, right? To
yeah.
have a new value to work with. So you can put a logo, you can set up the background.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it really depends how you want your curation to be seen. So
I see.
when I thought
Yeah.
about it, I said, and it goes with your need. Like I wanted to make information beautiful.
Yes. Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
say like
exactly.
it has to be a flower, right? Like, and it has to be
Yes.
attractive, so it will bring the
Yes.
attention. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And
It needs to
and
be
you can
fun
you can
for
put different colors. You can put different colors. So for example,
you.
put in one bubble, and yeah, in category.
Oh
Yeah, and
yeah.
then and then you have these colors that are like water. So the one that is this order will always be the same order, whether you change
Okay.
the colors or not. It will always keep the same order. So the most important one will be the one on the top or the one on the bottom,
I
as you
see.
wish, right? But
Okay.
so you can create categories. So for example, if you go to the, yeah, do another one and to save, oh, it's always you have to click on save. And you have to be
Right.
aware of your connection because it's a web-based. So whenever the connection jumps, you have to
Mm-hmm.
reload it. Right?
Okay.
You're already a ninja there. So go to the right hand side where you see the two colors of the bubbles. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, in
Oh
that
yeah.
small, yeah. So if you click on the pencil there,
Uh-huh.
you can put a category name.
Oh, I see.
So for
Okay.
example, those will be, I don't know, semesters or
Yeah.
in the box below. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, yeah,
just a
yeah.
little bit below. Yeah. There. Yeah. And you can change the color if you don't want it. If you are okay, I would say stay with the first with the colors, and once that you finish, you see if it actually works or not, because then you will
Mm-hmm.
have more information. And you can have the color of the bubble or the color of the text in the bubble, right?
I see. Okay. Very nice.
So
Yeah.
you can really craft it as
Yeah.
you want it. And
Yes.
all the buttons there, there are on and off buttons. So for example, if you click on the color, or not on the pencil, but on the color,
Mm-hmm.
not on that color. Yeah, yeah. You see, like the bubble with that color is not visible anymore. Click again in that one. Yeah, that the
Purple line colors.
sorry. Click on the color that you just set up below the two colors. Yeah, it says
Oh,
two
this one.
colors.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. You can click from there. You can click from there as well.
Okay.
So where you put the spring, there is one that is deactivated there. I don't know if you realize it. Like the second color that you have there on the right hand side. Yeah, there. Click there,
One.
please. Yeah, click
Oh,
again. Yeah,
I see.
and
It will
the
turn
one
on and
below,
off.
do the same. The one below.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Right? So that also helps you to tell the story. So
Mm-hmm.
if you need to say this is about semesters, this is about the other thing,
Yeah.
then you
Yeah.
can actually do it like this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
so you can create up to six categories. So
Mm-hmm.
mind your categories because it's not infinite.
Mm-hmm.
And you can put the information in there if you want.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are okay with this, I think this will be like the introduction, right?
Yeah, and I think it works really well because they can add a video here. They
Exactly.
will
Yeah.
not they will not share their report, but that's okay because um, the only thing that I'm wondering is like maybe the students need to give their email address
If they
here
want.
with a
That's optional,
short,
right?
yeah. If they want
Yeah,
to
and
be found by others, if they want other people to contact them.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
then the tags, I wonder if there is just one category of tags that they need to do. That is it possible to do multiples with commas?
Every enter.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
And
great.
anyway, the search engine looks for all the text that is there, right? But
Okay, great.
it is a better practice to put tags because then you will see it. So, for example,
Yes.
click on save, and now you go on the left hand side to mode and the eye, the preview mode, the on the top. Yeah. So this is the way that the audience is gonna look into your map, right? When you are running it. So
Yes.
click on the one that you just modified. Lisa, I think, yeah. So you see
I
the
see.
tags,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
see
yeah. That's
they look different.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
it's great because I just typed in education here and it shows me that Lisa is the one who did something around education.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly,
that's
and you can structure the you can, let's say, see the self-emergence of the structure, which is
yes,
another
yes,
principle, right?
yes.
Because, for example, if at some point you have too many of educations and you want something more than a tag, then you can link a bubble to Lisa that says education. And then the bubble
Yeah,
of education, you can connect it to all of them,
yes, yes.
right?
Um, so I entered this one, but if I, let's see, if I, let's say I delete this one,
Yeah.
I tell
There is no,
Lisa,
yeah,
I tell
there is
Lisa
no
to
undo.
sign.
Just for
Hmm?
you to know, as in nature, there is no undo. So if you delete it, you delete it, right?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, good, good. That's good to know. Really
Yeah,
good to know.
please. Yes, that's important. Yeah.
Yeah. But I can send this link to Lisa and
Yes,
ask her to sign up for Seven Vortex and add her project here. And then when I
exactly.
open it up, it will have her email address because she created it, right? She has to be
Exactly.
a
But
collaborator.
that will be visible just if I'm collaborating.
Yeah. So
Otherwise, it
everybody,
will be hidden.
all the students have to be collaborators then.
Yeah. Unless you want to do it on your own, right? And you, yeah. But the
I want
idea
to
is really to
self-organize. Self-organize.
exactly,
They
exactly.
need to,
What they
yeah.
cannot do is to put the shape because that is let's say it's
Yes.
something
Okay.
that belongs to you. You
Okay.
can also, for example, create different sizes for the bubble. So if you go to the diamond,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
for the layout, if you hover on a bubble, for example, fold 25 on the bubble,
Mm-hmm.
you see the two, the number two?
Yeah.
So you can
Oh,
make it
okay.
bigger or smaller.
Oh, nice. That's great.
So
Yeah.
yeah, because it's really what
Yeah.
you want to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
So if you feel that is more important one thing, if you want to center
I
into
see.
something, then it is like this, right?
Yes, that's wonderful. I
So
could do
what
the
if
current
now?
current
Yeah,
semester could be bigger. Yeah, absolutely.
exactly. So
That's
let me
great.
show you some examples that I've done, so you have some ideas. But this is
Yes.
the interesting part of. Okay, so I will go to this one, and I will come here. So as you can see, I'm a collaborator of yours. So if I come, for example, in biomimicry, I have the ecotone.
Mm-hmm.
I can see here when they're collaborative, right?
I see.
Uh,
Yes.
uh,
Okay.
and when they're private and when they're public. But in my case,
Yeah.
let me just look into the ecotone here. So, for example, I did a survey in the ecotone where I did this with Gamma and
Okay.
Gamaliel
Yeah.
Sibanda.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a program that was kind of a talk show during COVID, where we're gathering information in a way that it was hexagonal. So I was asking these questions like, what is your training? When did you start? The
Mm-hmm.
network, the strategies, the solutions, and the focus.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a whole database, but what I did is just to put the answers here. So I
Mm-hmm.
was just saying, oh, he said 2011. Okay, so I create one 2011. Then
Mm-hmm.
to which networks? Okay, so that would be Biomimicry Global Network, the REEF in that moment, and so on, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
those will be the questions. So what I did with the stars is to put them in the questions. So I put the questions in the center, for example. So those are the questions, and I want to see it from a different perspective. So this is just for you to like
Yep.
open your mind. So let's say the networks. Let's go here. There were seven different connections, so I click on the number, and these networks are the Biomimicry Commons, Seven Vortex, and a Global Network as Nature, the Reef, Synapse,
And that. Mm-hmm.
and Biomimicry for Social
BSI.
Innovation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
who is in as nature? So I can come here, and then I see who is there.
Oh, wonderful.
So
Yeah.
this is a way to explore and just explore.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see also the answers from Tamsin, for example.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, and what I did, like if I come here again, this is when I am in preview mode. I can change the layout without modifying, without editing. So I can play around with everything without modifying it. So I'm gonna put all visible, or I can start from the center, let's say the first
Mm-hmm.
bubble, but I'm gonna make them all visible. And if I click here or the space bar, then I
Mm-hmm.
see I recenter everything. So for
Yeah. Oh,
example, in
yeah.
this
Wow.
case, I did a circle, and the trick to do the circle was to use the background. And then let's say that I have, I don't know, this would work as a circle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a picture of a circle. I more or less see the
Yes.
size. Let's see if it works. I'm not sure because it's the size of the picture what matters.
Huh?
So this is the big size, right? And then if I put it in template,
I
then
see.
it is fixed. If it's not in template, then it is not fixed.
Okay.
right? This is just getting tricky because you want to do something prettier, but it's not
Yes,
needed,
but then you can
right?
use the circle as a template to place the
To
bubble.
exactly,
Yes,
that's it.
yes,
You got it.
yes.
So I'm gonna delete it and I'm gonna save it again. And I put it like for example, for each let's say chapter, we started with Tamsin. I'm gonna put it
Hmm.
in preview mode, and then I have the full episode with the YouTube, and I
Oh, yeah,
have the 7 minutes,
that's
and that will be the
great.
same for all of them.
Hmm. That's
So
amazing.
let's say this is for me like an asset for all BPros
Mhm.
because we
Yeah,
can see the discussion
was
that is Stella and
this
Tam.
was your cohort.
No, this is all cohorts. So
Oh, I see.
Melina is there, Daniel Kinsey
Yeah,
is
yeah,
there,
I see.
Dana is there,
Yes, yes.
Beth. So it was more the people that I had contact with, and we're
Hmm.
just like getting around one after the other, and we ended up by having 20. We
Nice.
did
That's
it.
beautiful.
We did it with Lex when
Hmm.
she was in the institute, and we did it in
Yes.
alliance also with the B3.8. So it
Hmm.
was really an initiative that started from Gamma and myself
Nice.
for using
Beautiful.
Seven Vortex, doing a talk show, and in alliance with
Hmm.
Dana and Beth as part of the institute and the B3.8. So this will be what you see in the center is the self-emergence because those were the
Yes.
answers of the questions.
Mhm.
So to me, this is the collective intelligence.
Yes. Yeah.
And there are different ways to see it, right? So if you see it all together, then will be like, oh, it's overwhelming. But if you come here and then you see, for example, you want to see the biomimicry strategies. Okay, so let's see them.
Hmm.
And these are all the biomimicry strategies that everyone has been mentioning or using. So this is the
Yeah.
self-emergence. And I did the same for the biomimicry seed, which is the Vipro seed.
Yes, you just did that, right?
Yeah, so this is
Beautiful.
I started with a circle, but it became too big.
Mhm.
So I saw I have to open it. And it looks like a seed now. So
Yeah,
I
it
said,
does look
okay,
like.
that's work. Yeah. Now it's blinking because of the connection.
Yeah.
It's getting heavier. But
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
for
yeah.
example, well, you should be around. There are different Michels. Yeah, so
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's great.
yeah, right. So
Yeah,
yeah,
beautiful.
okay, okay.
No, this is giving me lots of ideas, and I think it would be really fun for those students who want to share their projects.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
presume this will be like if I continue with this collaborate one that we just made, that is public, and so
yes, yes.
that's
So
great.
it's already here, for example.
Hmm. Yeah,
So that's already there, and
yeah,
the only way that the feed works is the last modify is on the top,
I see. Okay. And
so
how do
they
I
can come
add
here.
it? How do I add so that the picture shows up like the coconut palm tree?
Yeah. So this is the first bubble image.
Okay. All right.
So in the VDL, for example, if this is the first
Yeah.
bubble, as you can see, it's a little bit underlined with black.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So the image that you have here is the one that is gonna show there,
I see. Okay. Yes, I
right?
can.
And
Mhm.
so let's say that I'm working now with a marine biologist from UCLA. She
Mhm.
used to be in Penn State, and they are working in seminars, like the PhD seminars.
Mhm.
So this is also to say that it could work for research,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
For example, if I have it here, this is one of their research.
Mhm. Mhm.
So they are connecting the information in a
Yeah.
systemic way. So it's a
Yes,
way to
this is
learn
that.
system
Yeah.
thinking, mind mapping, and then if you
Yes.
have extra information, you can use the relationships as well.
That's
One of the
great.
tricks also to work with here, it's if I take a screenshot or a screenshot will be okay, and I take the link, then for example, I can come to the one that I just did, that we did together, well, the coconut, let's say, and I want to include another one here, and
Mhm.
I want to do it like this is a vortex. I'm gonna delete it afterwards, but here's the link. So I put the link of the vortex, and I put the image of the vortex.
Oh
So
yeah,
this
okay.
this is a way to build a modular nested
Yeah,
information.
so across the universe of
Yeah,
Vortex.
so when I come here, then I will see this one.
Yeah, and then you can click on the link and you'll be taken to it. That's
So
great.
let's say they can have the video, and if they were appealed to do it in a Vortex, then they can also put the Vortex, so they can link the Google Doc, or they can do whatever they want, right? And this is really about self-emergence. So the idea will be for them to enjoy and to discover, and because
Yes.
for there is one professor that is called Raúl Villafranca. I don't know if you're familiar with him from
Mm-mm,
Mexico.
mm-mm.
Let me see if I find it, and that would be the last example that I will give it to you. So Raúl. He was in the beginning with the Biomimicry Institute, the ones like
Okay.
so. This is from a university in Mexico, and he did
Mm-hmm.
it like every student could bring their map into.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
So some of them didn't, and some of them did.
Oh, this
But
is
that was
great.
a way to connect the information
Yeah. Yeah.
like this. So let's say
That's
if I'm
beautiful.
interested in this one, then I go here, I click, and then I see.
Mhm. Then you have the student and the project and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
Okay.
that's wonderful. I'm getting so many ideas of how we could visualize some of these things that we do. Um, I'm
Perfect.
gonna, so I would love to try this and see how students do with it and how it turns out, maybe for 2, 3 semesters. And then I'll try to play with it and hopefully students can tap into
And
it. Yeah.
And at any time, just like send me a message and we can jump into a call because sometimes there are just little details that could be worked out. And since I have no instructions, because I did it as a self-emergent, right?
Yes,
So, for
yes,
example,
absolutely.
Raúl taught me some of the tricks that I didn't know,
That's
uh,
amazing.
and
Yeah. Great.
and that comes with the self-emergent. So that
Yeah.
was really the idea.
Yeah, yeah, it's self-organizing and making something out of something that you provided the space and the tools, and now people apply it the way they feel works for them, and that's beautiful to
Exactly,
learn from each other. Yeah,
exactly,
that's great.
exactly.
Yeah, that
And
is
it
wonderful.
can it can keep evolving over
Yeah.
time.
Yes,
Because one of the
sure.
things that I was seeing, for example, if I post everything in LinkedIn, then I lost
Hmm.
it. But if I have
Yeah.
it here, then, for example, I have about 200 maps. And so
Yes.
my information is there, whether I'm posting it in LinkedIn or in Facebook or in whatever, right? I still
Yes.
keep my information, and the knowledge is treated as knowledge because you can find information. It's something that I couldn't
Yes.
find in PowerPoint, for example, or slides.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
needed
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
knowledge to be knowledge, right? So, and this is the
Yeah.
idea.
No, that's wonderful. I'm sorry, my cat is meowing, but no, that's I
Cool.
love it, and I think it's a really flexible way and gives students the ability to craft their own page and to then share it out and connect other things that maybe they can come back as they're working on things and add information to it over time of where their project takes them, and I think
Yeah.
it's a really
If they want, they could build also a directory of students as well, right? Not
yeah,
just of
yeah,
projects, but also of people.
yeah.
So it really depends on them. But let's say I'm not asking any information. It is really the form fits
Yeah,
function.
no,
Yeah.
it has to be because of FERPA and because of other rules. I cannot put it up there, but the students
Exactly.
voluntarily can put their work up there. Yes, whatever they
Exactly.
want to
That
share. Yeah,
exactly. That's the idea.
amazing.
It's voluntary.
And so
Perfect.
let's say somebody wanted to share. Can you share a Dropbox link?
Yeah, the link is a link. So it could be a
Okay,
Google
any
Doc,
link.
it could be,
Okay,
and just the
okay.
video is for YouTube. So if the videos that you have they are
Yes,
not
yes,
YouTube, then you have to share it
yes,
as a link,
yeah,
not as a embed
yes,
YouTube,
yes,
right? That's the only
yes,
part that I needed. When you are
yeah,
building this and it goes like one step at a time, you need to choose whether it's YouTube
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
Vimeo or where is another one that
yeah,
is
yes.
coming. And
No, YouTube, fine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's great.
cool.
Wonderful. This is amazing. And how does it work for you if a lot of people put up a lot of stuff, the server size grows? Where is it hosted? And is that something that you're paying for, or how does that work?
Yeah, so I encourage people to buy the license, the membership, just for the fact of
Yes.
not that is needed, but just to support the maintenance. So I have the
Yes.
servers in
Yeah, yeah.
Europe, and let's say
Mhm.
everything is based in Belgium, right? So yeah, I have to pay for like let's say the amount of data that is in the server, but it's a server that has
Yeah.
I don't know 2 or 3 days of backup. So yeah,
Mhm.
usually there is not a problem, right? And last time that
Yes.
let's say it crashed and then it came back, it was because Monica, the professor that was there, was teaching in Hong Kong. So she was teaching about human rights in China. And I think like
Oh, okay.
somehow like the bots they went there, they put it down and then they put it back because there is no harm in what I'm doing
Great.
and there is no intention, right? But it is usually it
Wow.
doesn't overload on servers or it is not a problem because it's like dynamic. If I need more, then I have to pay
Yes.
more, but
Yeah.
that's why I'm not like saving a lot of information because they're just links.
Yeah. Yes. If it's links, then that's much smaller. Yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just with the pictures is the one that
Linked
I'm
images.
that
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saving. Yeah, images.
Yeah.
And you have up to 6 megs of image, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
that's it.
that's good. That's keeps
So
keeps
usually
life.
is low, even though that
Yeah.
the amount of people is big. You
Yeah.
sh
Yeah.
using everything at the same time. Sometimes you have just this lag. How do you say like this time lapse of two or
Yeah.
three
It's for
seconds?
it to go.
But that
Yeah.
is normal, right? Like it's not
That's fine.
completely
Yes.
real time,
That's with
but
any
that's it.
website. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, yeah. Cool.
Oh, that sounds great. Thank you so much for taking the time to walk
Yeah,
me
thank
through
you
this.
for using it. Yeah,
Yeah. And so whoever gets this recording, I'll be happy to share it with the students so that they know how to do it as well. And then,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
we'll
Exactly.
grow the
Yes.
VDL database on this and give it a try.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Thank
much, Michelle. Until
thank
the
you for
next
your
time.
wonderful project. It's amazing.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Have a good evening. Bye
You
bye.
too.